Now we're going to discuss splitting your database. This uses a concept called client-server. What that involves is taking the client parts of the database, and that's the more visual aspects, so the forms and the reports, and if you've got onto doing any code on your database, that would be on that side of it, and splitting that with the server side. And the server side is both the storage, so the tables, but also any processing done on those tables. So that also takes the queries that are run on those tables. So on one side you've got tables and queries, on the other forms, reports, and the more visual aspects. Now you might ask, what's the advantage of doing this? Well, one key advantage would be that we can store the server part of your database on a network somewhere and have multiple different client parts stored on different users' machines, and they can all access that central storage. The other thing you can do then is put that central server side on a much faster machine. That does all the heavy work and all the processing, and also stores all the data. So the storage and the processing is done on your more expensive central machine. The graphical end user parts can be on much lower spec machines. So we can actually use it to reduce cost, increase multi-use because we can have multiple users using that one database, and also because each of those users has their own copy of a database which is just the client aspects, they can be different to each other. So we could create a front end for salespeople, a different front end for marketing, and a different front end for accounts. Although ultimately they're all connecting to the same back end database. They just have a much more user-friendly interface to use. So now what we're going to do is have a look at exporting data to a local SQL Server system and also to SharePoint lists.